rather have Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
You're looking at possibly fight of the year there.
Adam loves talking shit, and just like other Eagles fans, he loves eating shit. Oral Roberts plus 15.5.
Double Jack and Coke.
And I was
whatever we can get our hands on, we were drinking it.
Hooting and hollering all kinds of profanities and ruining the experience of the people around me. All right, I'm excited to talk to this guy, Josh. I know you are too. So right now we're going to welcome in pro MMA fighter Keith K.O. Kid Berry. He's former King of the Cage middleweight world champion and Bellator fighter. He's got a professional record of 17, 15, and 1. But based off his social media lately, I'm not sure if he'd rather be talking about fighting or his investments and his side hustles in cryptocurrency and cannabis. So, Keith, thank you so much for joining us today. We've got way too many questions for you to get to in our short time together right now, but and we will get to the MMA stuff and your pick on the UFC 262 main event between Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler. What's next for you? You and Chandler actually overlapped a little bit in Bellator, although in different divisions, obviously. But first, I'd like to start with your interest in cryptocurrency. There's a huge boom in the industry right now, and so I'd like to start with the most important question of all. Is it, Keith? Is it Doggy Coin or is it Dogecoin?
It is Dogecoin.
Ah, okay. All right.
Doggy Coin, no. It's Doge.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. So now that we've got that resolved, how did you just first get into this? Was it the initial like Doggy Coin boom with Elon Musk, or how did you get into that?
This is back in like November. Back in November, one of my close friends, he's another fighter. He kind of told me about it. Said, he's all, man, check this out. And he told me some other ones about Cardano and some other cryptos at the time. I had a little Ethereum, and I just started small. And I put like $200 into it. And then in December, I put another $500 into it because I had extra money. I was making money from cannabis, basically making money selling weed legally. And then I just throwing it all into, cryptos, because at that time, cryptos, they kept going up. So I just figured there was like a matter of time before Dogecoin was going to like break out. So then in January, it broke out like, I had it like 1/8 of a cent or something. It could have been like 1/10 of a cent. I'm not really sure. But it broke out in January, and I had like $600 worth, and it went up to like 13 grand. So I was like, oh shit, this is like a good amount of money. So I held on to it for a little bit. I ended up selling a little, and I wished I would have just held on to all of it. And then it went up to like 20, 30 cents. Now it's like at 50, and I don't know. It's been a really cool like community, and I've honestly just been getting really high, and then getting on Twitter and like looking up, all the little memes, and I don't know. I like the whole thing. I like that it's easy. It's easy to transfer Doge.
Oh, all right. And Keith has dropped out of the call.
We lost him. Lost him for a second.
Let me pop back in here.
Yeah, while you were waiting on Keith to get back with us, now that's interesting stuff right there, man.
There he is.
We lost you for a second. You still got it muted.
Just give him a second.
Yeah.
We'll edit this out.
Yeah. Be all right.
I don't know why it won't play. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You had it muted there for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see me now too?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, cool. So are we back on?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
You were talking about like the memes and the whole Elon Musk thing and just the kind of the community aspect of the cryptocurrency stuff.
Yeah, I just kind of got in the community, and a lot of the people were, I don't know, just super cool and super nice. People would send me Doge to like do giveaways with. So then I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. And then like some people I sent some Doge to, and then Doge did like a huge jump, and then people were sending me messages like they really appreciate it. It turned to like $20 into like one of them was like 160. So it was kind of cool.
Oh damn.
It was just cool seeing all that. Yeah, it's just cool like giving to a bunch of like really nice people anyway. And it was all given to me for free. So yeah, it's been a fun little ride. And yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like I've been keeping up with your Twitter, you know, that's how me and you met, like through Twitter essentially, but I was I'd see your tweets come out and you'd be going up for a morning run, but I'm gonna wake and bake first before my morning run.
Yeah. I try to promote all the things that I'm into. So I run because I love just staying in good shape for fighting. And then I smoke a lot because I just love weed. So yeah.
Man, join the club on that one. So I do want to ask you actually a little bit more specifically about the weed business, but when Keith Berry wakes up and he's waking bacon for his morning run, what is the song that Keith Berry is putting on as he gets ready to run out the front door?
Lately I've been listening to Tiesto, Let's Get Down to Business.
Oh man, that's
And then I listen to a bunch of rap and like different I go through different genres like all the time, but I like a lot of rap and rock. So
right on.
but yeah, Tiesto, Let's Get Down to Business has been my song of choice lately.
And just as far as the weed stuff goes, you said you got into business basically with your friends when everything shut down for the pandemic. Is this just like friends from back home in California that you knew? And what sort of role do you play with Grow Packer?
Yeah, so my friend Stephen Boyd, he started this company. He's a really smart guy. I went to high school with him. I've just been friends with him for a long time, and it was just like a really good connection. I stayed cool with him, and he doesn't actually smoke weed at all. And he started this company. It's a big distribution company here in Palm Springs. So we make about 5 different brands, and then we distribute, we make our own brands, and we only sell to like retail dispensaries. So like we sell to some medical clinics too, but yeah, so we sell to the retail stores, and then we make our margin. We're basically wholesale. We make all our products. We white label a flower company called Urban Zen, and then we make stones, coca, tonic, and then we have like lemonades, and we have
awesome.
We have a lot of good stuff. We have tinctures, we have dabs, we have all that shit.
That's awesome, man. So like I live in, Josh unfortunately lives in North Carolina, so there's no marijuana legalization whatsoever there. But I live in Oklahoma, where just recently in the last couple of years since I've lived here, we've gotten medicinal marijuana. So are you guys like just within California, or could I potentially go to an Oklahoma dispensary and find some Grow Packer bud there?
Yeah, so our distribution company is named Grow Packer, and then our bud would be called Urban Zen. And then we have a really like crazy product that's been killing the market. It's called Tonic. It's TONIK, and it's a fast-acting, basically weed shot. It gets you high in like 10 to 15 minutes. It's like really strong. But we just signed a big contract with Michigan and all the other like Midwest states. So I don't know about Oklahoma in general or specifically, but I could find out. It could be Oklahoma too. I mean, we're really trying to branch out. We're going to become like, what do they call it when it's interstate? So we're going to be traveling to other states and getting our product in Michigan first, and then other states around Michigan. So Oklahoma could be next, I hope.
I hope so, man. I wrote it down. I wrote down the tonic right there because that sounds really interesting. Man,
Yeah,
it sounds like
I'll definitely. I'll have to send you guys some samples just to like let you guys try it. When we hang up, I'll get your guys' address.
Yeah.
You guys shoot me an address and a DM, and then I'll show you guys some samples for sure.
delightful.
awesome. Yeah, like me being in North Carolina, man, you know, I'm in the deep south here. You know, I'm screwed when it comes to anything like that.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's rough around here. I mean,
It probably feels extra good smoking there, though.
you're right about that. it's been a while, you know, me being a dad now, it's been a while since I've spoke, but I'm not opposed to a free sample here. You know, I'm not opposed to that one bit.
Good. All right, cool.
All right, well, we'll give you another shot at some of the promotion stuff here at the end after we talk a little bit of fighting. We'll talk some fighting. We'll get your shout outs, and then we'll get you out of here, man. I know you just got off a long day of work and probably want to get rolling, but so we got UFC 262 big lightweight fight, title fight, filling the spot vacated by Khabib just last year after he beat Justin Gaethje. So we got Michael Chandler, 2 fights into the UFC out of Bellator after a dominant run in Bellator. And then we got Charles Oliveira. Who you got, Keith?
I think this is like it's kind of like jiu-jitsu guy versus wrestler. But Michael Chandler, man, he has some power in those hands. I feel like he's gonna get another finish, and I think that would be really cool for his story. And I don't know. There's something about Oliveira. He looks a little skinny. I feel like Michael Chandler. He's just gonna. I don't know. We'll see. I'm seeing a TKO for Chandler, but I mean Oliveira just beat Tony. I'm actually good friends with Tony. I won't, maybe not good friends, but I know him pretty well, and I've known him for a long time. So I was hoping that he was gonna beat Oliveira, and then I was pretty shocked. Oliveira does have really impressive jiu-jitsu, and it was wow, it was crazy to see him submit Tony like that. But I still think Chandler is gonna get that TKO or maybe a decision. I don't know.
So I had one follow-up question for that, but I'm gonna just throw that out the window because you said you know Tony Ferguson a little bit, and I'm gonna ask you this question instead and say, is Tony Ferguson actually as crazy as the vibe he gives off publicly?
Yeah, I mean,
didn't mean to put you on the spot there, Keith.
I know.
But
yeah, I don't know, man. I've had some not disputes, but basically other people that I train with would have problems with them, coaches and all this stuff, and then I don't know, they came to me trying to be the intermediary between it. I don't know. Tony he's a different guy. He does different.
Yeah.
Like one time, like he would train some of the times at this gym I went to, American Gym in Newport Beach, and he'd be teaching the class, and he'd be like, "All right, Keith, we're doing this today," and we'd just be like rolling around and doing somersaults and like weird shit. And my coach would get all mad with him, and they got into it a couple times. The other coach I had at the time, but Tony, like he's a nice guy, but he does some really cool like cardio drills. I did runs with him. Yeah. He was an animal at running, and then he would like do these crawls, and then he'd climb up trees, and he'd run more and jump over fences. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. It's kind of cool. And like all over Orange County. So that was fun, but he's definitely like he's a different guy. He's a different guy.
Now, Keith, I don't know if you've heard, but did you hear that Joshua Fabio is going to be in his corner too this weekend?
Who's going to be in whose corner?
Tony's corner. Diego's guy, Diego Sanchez, Joshua Fabio, whatever.
Did you say they got a bar fight or something?
In, Ferguson's corner?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Sounds like
that is the face of
sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, that is a bad idea. Oh man! All right,
man.
So a little insight there from Keith into the Tony Ferguson dynamic. Yeah, he mentioned the weird cardio stuff. That's what they always show before the big UFC cards where Tony's on him and like rolling and spinning all over the place. So I like Michael Chandler as well. I got him on my Zoom background here, USA all the way. One of my best friends, Emmanuel Ribeiro, is Brazilian. So I always got to cheer against the Americans, against the Brazilians. Josh, who you got?
Yeah, you know, I love Michael Chandler. And I've got to make up ground. Keith, this is nothing against you guys. I've got to make up ground on our bets. Right now, I'm down. I believe it was what
3 games. You're down. Yeah. You're down 3 games behind me.
I'm down three fights right now. So I gotta go with Charles Oliveira by submission in this one. I think if Chandler tries to take it to the ground, I think his jiu-jitsu is going to be too much for him down there.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pick all the fights every week, so we got a little competition going at the end of the year. The loser has to buy the winner a liquor bottle. So thanks again to Keith for joining us. Before we get you out of here, why don't you tell us, shout out your social media handles, any of your business ventures that you want people to hear about, and tell us what's next for Keith Berry in the MMA game, please.
Basically, I'm just training for fun right now. I had this fight that came up in Germany that might happen for, if it's like a decent amount of money, like 25 grand. So I'm just kind of waiting around for that and seeing what happens and staying in shape and training. But yeah, I don't really have anything to shout out. I have my main sponsor that's been with me for years. It's called Gentleman's Fight Club. It's a like a kind of a lifestyle brand here in LA, and I always support them. And then Elite Garden, it's like a marijuana farm basically. So them, and then Grow Packer.
Nice.
And that's it. Fucking Doge to the moon, man.
I hear you. Hey Keith, before I let you go though, I've seen some of your boxing matches. Is there any chance we can see you boxing?
Yeah, I actually there's this guy that I lost to. His name is what's his name? Deckman, Marco Deckman.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of Freddie Roach's guys. He's just a big tall fucker, and I know I could have beat him, and I just didn't train enough, and I kind of needed the money at the time. I didn't train enough. So I feel like I would love to actually do that boxing fight again. And I actually just told my friend about this. I think it was yesterday. Randomly, I was like, dude, I would love to like run that back again when I have a full training camp. So maybe that'll come up. Yeah, maybe that'll come up. I'm starting to now get in better shape. So boxing, MMA, even though MMA is more like, it's a little more my style because I do like jiu-jitsu a lot too. So, but yeah. So I definitely think there's definitely some more competing left in.
Yeah, man, I love some of those boxing matches you were in. I watched a couple of them the other day, and maybe we'll try and get this out there. Maybe we'll get you that Jake Paul fight. How about that?
Jake Paul. Hey, you know what? Jake Paul, he's not too bad.
I know.
I didn't like him a lot at first, but he's actually not bad boxer at all. He's probably like pretty tough. I would actually love to spar him for free, just to see like how slick he is, like in a real like 10 to 12 round sparring match,
Right.
But no, I mean, shit, he's fucking knocked out Askren, man. That was crazy. I feel like
that was
Askren
tough,
really
man.
let
That's
everyone
tough.
down on that.
Don't get me started on this Ben
Even
Askren.
if he got paid just to take a fall.
Yeah.
Even if he got paid to take a fall.
He got hit, man.
That still hurt us all.
He did,
He
yeah.
got hit hard. That looks like that was a real knockout.
Yeah, it did.
So,
well, Keith, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, brother.
You've been great, dude. And we definitely we'll have you on again, man, if you want. Absolutely, anytime.
Oh yeah, that sounds amazing, man. I appreciate you guys. Send me your guys' address and my DM on like Twitter, which is at KOKid951. And
absolutely.
Hit me up and I'll send you guys some samples, and I have some Doge stickers I'll send you too.
Hey.
Awesome. Thanks, Keith, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you,
Take it
man.
easy,
Thanks. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that podcast with Keith Berry there. And be sure to follow us again at RHLH Podcast on all our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You'll be seeing a new episode coming to you each week, along with much, much more. Me and John will be doing our fighter picks and DraftKings picks. So be sure to watch our shows on that as well. Everyone have a good night.